Hailie Deegan, once touted as a rising star in the stock car racing series, has found a new home in the world of open-wheel racing, and she's not holding back when it comes to her assessment of the environment she's left behind. Deegan's exit from NASCAR was abrupt and unexpected, coming on the heels of a tumultuous 2024 season that saw her run 17 races in the Xfinity Series before being unceremoniously let go by her team, AM Racing. Prior to that, the 23-year-old had spent 3 full-time seasons in the NASCAR Truck Series, where her best finish was a respectable 6th place at the 2023 Charlotte Motor Speedway event. But Deegan's struggles on the oval tracks were not for a lack of talent or determination. In fact, the young driver's problems can be traced back to a fundamental shift in her driving style as she made the transition from the lower levels of the sport to the higher echelons. Deegan revealed in an interview, "I used to be super aggressive in my racing, like back in the K&N days, and I kind of shifted that a little bit. Especially in the Truck Series, you cannot damage the body of those trucks. Like, you are so screwed if you get any damage on it, just the way they are so reliant on the downforce and side force."
I used to be super aggressive in my racing, like back in the K&N days, and then I kind of shifted that a little bit, so you can't be as aggressive, I feel like, and once you start getting on 1.5 miles and stuff. And especially in the Truck Series, like, you cannot damage the body of those trucks. Like, you are screwed if you get any damage on it, just the way they're so reliant on the downforce and side force.
Deegan's assertive head-on approach had served her well in the K&N Pro Series, where she had amassed 3 wins and 11 top 5 finishes in 28 starts. However, as she moved up the ladder to the Truck and Xfinity Series, that same aggressive driving style proved to be a liability. Deegan admitted, "Trucks, I had no practice, no qualifying, right into the race, and like at all new tracks I've never been to. Like 90% of the tracks I had never been to before, that is something that I definitely eased into it and maybe a little too much where I lost that aggressive ability in my driving."
That comes into play with my first year in trucks. I had no practice, no qualifying, right into the race, and like one at all new tracks I've never been to. Like 90% of the tracks I had never been to before. And so that was something that, like, I feel like I definitely like eased into it, and maybe a little too much, to where I lost that aggressive ability in my driving.
The lack of experience and the need to adapt to the more delicate nature of the Truck Series machinery proved to be a significant obstacle for Deegan. While she had finished a respectable 3rd in the 2020 ARCA Series, her transition to the higher levels of NASCAR simply didn't go as planned. Deegan said, "I think I never in the Truck Series found a good balance. But in the Indy NXT stuff, obviously you can't really touch each other, or else you'll damage your front wing like you're done. So that's something for me. I'm like, okay, I like that side of it. I think that'll be better suited for me, like how I changed as a driver over time." Deegan's decision to switch to the IndyCar NXT Series, where she will compete in a full 14-race schedule for the 2025 season, is a testament to her determination to reinvent herself and recapture the aggressive driving style that once defined her career. And it's a move that could have far-reaching implications for both NASCAR and its open-wheel rival. One of the key factors that has driven Deegan's decision to leave NASCAR is the perceived lack of physical demands in the sport. In contrast to the stocky, muscular build that is often associated with successful IndyCar drivers, Deegan has long maintained that NASCAR doesn't require the same level of fitness. Deegan said, "In NASCAR, you don't have to be in shape in any sort of form. As much as people want to say, oh, it's hot, you have air conditioning and a cool suit. Calm down, like it's very dramatic in that sense."
Like in NASCAR, you don't have to be in shape in any sort of form. As much as people want to say, oh, it's hot. It's hot. You have air conditioning and a cool suit. Calm down. Like, it's not.
You've seen the movie.
Yeah. Like, everyone's very dramatic in that sense on the NASCAR side. Like, the IndyCar side, like, it's hard. Like,
however, the young driver's passion for fitness, which she attributes to her family's motocross background, has been a driving force behind her decision to pursue open-wheel racing. The fitness side of things is something that really attracted me to the IndyCar side. Because I love fitness, like I work out every single day, and I love that side of things.
It is tough, so that's why like I like being able to utilize the fitness side of things. I was always a leg workout person, like my whole life, leg cardio. And I think just because like the NASCAR stuff didn't require much fitness, so it wasn't like, oh, I have to work on this specific muscle group. And I always just liked like hitting leg workouts. And then now I've been hitting arm workouts like quite a bit. I've definitely like flipped the roles. just to get my upper body stronger, because obviously that's utilized a lot.
Deegan's focus on physical conditioning could give her a significant advantage in the IndyCar NXT Series, where the demands on the driver's body are far more intense than in NASCAR. And her recent test session at the Chris Griffiths Memorial at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course has already highlighted her impressive braking abilities. He, the guy who texted Wallace, said, "Great breakers in the big-time IndyCar, Laguna Beach, all that. Street courses they were able to push down on the brake, 1,200 pounds. Story has it that Jimmy Johnson, the great 7-time champion in NASCAR Cup Series, was only able to push 800 pounds. Danica Patrick was able to get to 1,100 pounds.
This is good bullshit.
Okay, I don't get offended easy, Kenny.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah. So he said great breakers in the big-time Indy cars, Laguna Beach, all that, street courses. They were able to push down on the brake 1,200 pounds. He said, story has it that Jimmy Johnson, the great 7-time, 8-time champion in NASCAR, was only able to push 800 pounds. Danica was able to get to 1,100 pounds.
Deegan's ability to push 1,200 pounds of brake pressure during the test session has certainly turned heads, and it's an evidence of the physical strength and driving prowess that have long been hallmarks of her career. However, the driver herself is quick to caution against premature comparisons to the likes of Danica Patrick or Jimmy Johnson. Deegan said, acknowledging the differences between the various racing series, "So I don't know if it's different compared to the Indy NXT stuff. So in the Indy NXT, I'm not sure how comparable it is to the like that side of things, any car side of things."
So I don't know if it's different compared to the Indy NXT stuff, which Indy NXT was previously named Indy Lights. That was a previous name of the series. So in the Indy NXT stuff, I'm not sure how comparable it is to the, like that side of things, the IndyCar side of things, because
Still, the fact that Deegan has been able to display such impressive braking ability, even in her early forays into the open-wheel world, is a promising sign for her future in the sport. And with her passion for fitness and her determination to regain the aggressive driving style that once defined her, there's no doubt that she's poised to make a significant impact in the world of IndyCar NXT. But Deegan's move to IndyCar NXT is about more than just personal fulfillment. It's also a strategic decision that could have far-reaching implications for both NASCAR and its rival series. As Deegan herself pointed out, she has a massive social media following with over 2 million Instagram followers and was ranked the top female athlete in sponsorship value in 2021. Her departure from NASCAR has undoubtedly dealt a blow to the series' viewership and fan engagement. Deegan recalled, "When I started out, NASCAR had the same amount of followers as I did. In my first year of trucks, I asked around for the TV analytics. I was curious. NASCAR's views were at a big decline. I don't know if it's back up or not. But I was looking at the TV ratings, and from the moment I got into the Truck Series, it was up 20%, and it stayed like that. That's valuable for me selling sponsors." Now, with Deegan's massive fan base and sponsorship potential, IndyCar is poised to capitalize on her switch. The series has already indicated that it plans to allocate a significant portion of its budget to marketing efforts, specifically to take advantage of Deegan's popularity. Deegan revealed, "I saw an article a week or two ago about them allotting a lot more of their budget throughout the year to the marketing side of things to help that, which I thought was super cool, especially with me coming into it. And like, okay, cool, they're going to be pushing the marketing side of things harder from their side, and then also with the following that I have. It's a move that could have far-reaching implications for the future of American motorsports, as the battle between NASCAR and IndyCar heats up." With Deegan's high-profile switch and IndyCar's strategic investment in her fan base, the open-wheel series could be poised to make significant gains in the battle for viewership and sponsorship dollars. And Deegan's departure from NASCAR has not gone unnoticed by the series' key stakeholders. The sport has faced a steady decline in viewership in recent years, with the Daytona 500 seeing a 27% drop in ratings and the Advent Health 400 facing a 2% dip due to rain delays. While Fox's numbers have improved over 2023, they remain lower than the 2021 and 2022 totals, and Deegan's exit from the Xfinity Series has only exacerbated the problem. NASCAR signed a $7.7 billion media deal with partners like Warner Brothers, Amazon, Fox Sports, and NBC, but 2024 viewership hasn't met expectations. NASCAR also took a hit when Hailie Deegan left the Xfinity Series for IndyCar, taking her huge followers with her and further impacting viewership. Deegan's departure is a significant blow to NASCAR, not just because of the loss of a talented driver, but also because of the impact it has had on the series' fan engagement and sponsorship potential. And for Deegan, the move to IndyCar NXT represents a chance to reinvent herself and return to the aggressive, unapologetic driving style that once defined her career. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to NASCAR Insider.